could tell me I'm not with my way and go, yeah. I'm in my zone, yeah, through this microphone. The way they're looking at me like they seen a UFO.
The first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. And you look at the Saints' defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? Well, what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
You can bet they're not going to go away from the running game anytime soon, but this is obviously not a good start. 2 carries, 2 runs, both stopped for a loss.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. To throw is Nix. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Powering his way forward. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Nix to the air. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press it so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. And it doesn't matter who carries it, apparently, as they'll drop him behind the line as well. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Here's Guerrero on 1st down. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And a short gain down to about the 33. When you look at the Saints defense, they enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
And this game for them is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle, using their leverage, being the low man with power to take the offensive linemen and run them back into their own backfield and try and create some lost yardage plays.
They'll go play action with Nix. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Nix from the shotgun. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to... Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6. Another try for Guerrero. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Nix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
They're going. It's Nix. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Now Carr. Olave over the middle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 yards, good for a Saints 1st down. The Saints at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Trying the left side with Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Cedric Wilson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. This one complete to Burton. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the air with Nix. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
A handoff running right, Guerrero. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just one.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to float from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now 2nd and 9. Again, it's Guerrero. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked on with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Nix. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Greg Dulcich, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have cut it back within a score. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 70 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
2nd and 10. To throw, here's Nix. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. Throwing Nix. Trying to lay one up deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Carr now to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Saints will take over possession here up at the 44. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
Now after the INT, it's Carr.
Downfield, and he's got Olave. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out.
A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there, doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there, going to set him up with 1st and goal from very short range.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
Kamara.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got... All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Isaac Guerrero with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Throwing to start the drive. Nix. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try the middle with Guerrero. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Nix. He'll look middle here and give it to Odunze. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Touchdown, Broncos. Greg Dulcich with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Lutz with the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. He completes it to Olave. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On play action, it's Carr.
We got a catch there.
Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Here's Carr to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Nick Bonito coming in there to record the sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Carr.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Zerline's kick is up and through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And no chance to see a return on a dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Pete Werner. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Carr going to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr.
And the Saints are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw is Nix.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. That is caught.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Nix to throw again. Same connection. Dulcich once again.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 26. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs.
Nix to the air. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Nix looking to throw again.
He still got that bitch off.
Touchdown, Denver. Greg Dulcich, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Next the score, Saints 38, Broncos 28. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now a play fake. Carr. And this is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. To throw, it's Carr. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 18. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never...
Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason. And now here is another
So Derek Carr just overthrowing.
Picked up by Riley Moss. And they'll set up shop
Guys,
right
the Riley
near
Moss,
midfield
3
at the
picks.
49-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it?
Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
That's taken in by Dulcich.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is third down. On play action, here's Nix.
And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. The Lutz will look to add the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. "25 seconds to go. They must recover if they're going to have any chance." And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he will have a Saints first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory for him. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.